What's going on, guys? Today we are at Bricks Minifigs of Anaheim. It's a super cool store if you've never been. If you're located in the area, be sure to come on the 24th of June, which is Saturday, because they're having an anniversary sale and they're going to be giving away some freebies as well as some awesome Lego sets that are really hard to find, as well as some of the new sets. But if you've never been to one of their stores, it's a super cool experience. We're going to take you inside today, show you behind the scenes on how they sort and get some of their sets, as well as what they have in stock, as well as some of the hard to find minifigs and other cool accessories. So without further ado, let's take a look inside and see what they have. Alright guys, so we're inside the main store now, and what's really cool is they have a bunch of sets in stock, and some of them are really hard to find. We're going to take you guys through the store. We're going to interview the manager on site and talk about how they source some of their product, and then we're also going to show you some of the cool accessories that they have. They have some minifig accessories, which Miss AFOL TV loves, so let's head on back. So like I mentioned before, we've been here a few times and the staff is super friendly and the store is pretty big. It's honestly a little bit bigger than a traditional Lego store, and they've got a lot of new sets in stock as well as older sets towards the back of the store, which are harder to find and some of them extremely rare. And they also have bulk brick in the back as well, and then they even have little cases towards the front of the store and the cash wrap where you can find exclusive minifigs, hard to find minifigs, and a bunch of other goodies. But we figured the perfect person to tell you all about the store is the store manager. So let's grab her now and learn more about the store. All right, so I'm here with the store manager, Sam, and she's in charge of finding pretty much all the awesome sets that you guys see out in the store. So how do you guys go about sourcing the sets, and how do you find the right pieces if they are missing, and how do you kind of clean everything?
So for sourcing, we buy stuff from people who come in. We do trades and sales. We can give you store credit or cash. Basically, people just bring in their Lego collections, everything from random pieces and bins, all the way up to collections of sealed in box sets that have been up in the closet for years and years.
That they probably don't even realize how valuable it actually is.
A lot of times they're surprised by how much their stuff is worth.
And so what do you guys do if, like, let's say it's a set from the early 2000s or even earlier, and there's a piece missing that is really hard to find or they don't make anymore? How do you guys go about sourcing it, or do you just package it knowing that that piece is missing? What's kind of the protocol?
So depending on what the piece is, if it is something we might have in our collection, we would definitely try to find it first. That way we can reunite the piece with the set. We can try to order it online and wait for it to arrive. Other times we will just say on our pricing tile cards that it is missing X amount of pieces, here they are, they're really rare, and bump the price down.
But what's really cool, we're actually in the back of house right now. We can't show you guys, but they basically store sets back here until they get all the pieces ready, and then they put them out on the shelves. And we've bought a few sets from this store, and everything was accounted for, and the set was in perfect condition. So it's definitely worth looking at some of their old vintage sets, because you never know what you're going to find. And if it's a set that maybe you weren't alive for, or maybe brings you back to your childhood, it can be a really cool building experience compared to modern day Lego sets. So another cool feature of the store, you can actually fill your own pick-a-brick bags. And we showed you guys the pricing, but how do you guys actually clean all the brick before it goes out in the store?
So when it comes to us in different condition. For the dirtier stuff, if it's dusty or kind of yucky, we will kind of put them in bins, basically run it through a load of laundry, put it out to dry, then we'll sort through it and get it ready to go.
Yeah, because when you're actually feeling the pieces out there, they almost feel new. I mean, you can kind of tell with just some of the scratches and whatnot, but it's definitely not like an attic Lego bin where you're going through a bunch of dust and other debris. So you guys do a great job of putting it all together.
Thank you.
And so I think what we'll do now is we'll show you guys the rest of the store. They have some really cool minifigs and some really hard to find ones that are quite pricey. But I mean, if you look on Bricklink, I think your guys' prices are often better.
We try to stay competitive with online prices of other collectors selling their stuff too.
So if you happen to be in the Anaheim area, definitely stop by, because you're going to find some great deals. But let's take you guys out to the store and we'll show you guys around. So apologies once again for all the background noise. The store was super busy. If you guys were curious what was going on, it's actually the big bulk bins that there are a lot of people digging through, and that's what you heard in the background. But anyway, as we mentioned, you can buy bulk bags here, and here are the prices, which is a pretty good deal overall. They're also really known for their minifigs, hence the name, and they have this kind of build-a-fig area where you can see the pricing there and a lot of different options. You can really get creative with the minifig that you build. And who better to speak about minifigs than Miss AFOL TV? So let me flip to her real quick.
Hey guys, you guys know I love my minifigs, and they have a whole wall of minifig stands. I love this one, and I really, really love this one. I think I might need to get it. They have a bunch of different minifigs in this case. Each one is $6, or you can get 3 for $15, and they're all different, but they've got some really cool ones in here.
The minifig collection is honestly incredible, and they have so many to choose from, including underneath the cash wrap where they have so many different versions of each minifig that's come out, including pricing. So if you really want to up your collection, this is a great place to come. A lot of them are in new or barely used condition, and they have as many as you can think of. They even have ones that are extremely rare, like $500 each or $240 each, which is comparable or even better than Bricklink. And they even have ones from the first, second, or third series, where these are really hard to find nowadays. And so, as you can see, they've been kind of cleaned out lately, but usually they have a lot of them in stock, which is super cool. And even figs that were only released in Europe, such as the German soccer team. Crazy to see it in person. So the minifigs are all super cool, and you guys should come in and just honestly spend like an hour looking around. But on top of that, the sets are really cool too, because they have recently retired and really hard to find sets, which are some of my favorite in the store. In fact, they have cases in the back full of retired and hard to find sets, and even just coming in here to look at those is worth a trip alone. And for ones where they don't have boxes or necessarily all the parts and pieces, they have it in the back left corner, and I'll touch on that here. Here's a really good example of some of the sets they have. If they don't have the original box, what they do is they repackage it into just a standard box, and they put the instructions out the front, and they tell you, so this one, for example, is 100% complete. They have all the parts for this one, but if they didn't, then they would tell you if there were any missing parts. But it's super cool because you can literally go back in time and get old Lego sets, essentially new, but just in different boxes. The store also has hard to find accessories and cool Lego objects, as well as various artwork and harder to find graphics displayed on the walls. And then they even do this really cool thing where they put together little part packs or accessory packs that are specific just to this store. And these are great just for city builds and, you know, odds and ends. But honestly, the displays in the store keep us coming back. They're always changing, with customers bringing in new sets that they're looking to exchange for other stuff in the store or sell back to the store. And they always seem to have something different on display every time we go in. The displays alone will keep you looking for hours. And if that's not enough, you can check out the rare minifigs. So overall, guys, if you live in Southern California, highly recommend checking this store out. The staff is super friendly. The parts and pieces are super cool and hard to find. The sets are a great selection of both new, used, classic, vintage, and all the above. And on top of that, if anything else, just come in and meet some other adult fans of Lego in the area and kids who are starting on their Lego journeys. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed today's tour. Super cool store. Again, be sure to check them out on the 24th of June, and then the actual anniversary is on June 30th. But it's an amazing store, and you should definitely stop by if you're in the area.